Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Josh Madakor. I help a lot of people get jobs in IT and cybersecurity. That's what my channel is all about. In today's video, I'm just going to be answering this viewer's question. It's a really good question. Hey Josh, can you make a video about how much information you learn from the certs is actually used on the job? For example, how much information learned from CompTIA A+ or the Google IT support certificate is actually used on the job? And yeah, that's a really good question. And speaking of certs, real fast, me and my team have built a lot of free practice test banks for various IT certifications you can use for free. A lot of the CompTIAs like A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, CISSP Plus, Pentest Plus we're making. We have ITIL and CISSP, and we're going to keep making more. So just check out, joshmadakor.tech/exams. It's absolutely free. So to answer this question, I can answer this kind of well because I have like a whole bunch of certs. I have like 14 certs, like a lot of CompTIAs, CCENT, which doesn't exist anymore, CCNA, CISSP, and a bunch of other random ones. So basically from any individual cert, you probably won't use that much, to be honest. Like I would be surprised if you used like 10% or 15% at any given job. It depends on the cert, of course, because if you think about like the Security Plus cert, they teach you a lot of stuff in there, like man traps and like bollards and like different kind of like fire extinguishers and like all this like crazy stuff and CCTVs, and I ain't ever used any of that in my jobs, and I got pretty far in cybersecurity. But I will say I'm glad that I got all the certs that I did, because to be honest, like just assume I utilize like 10% from each cert at any given job. I have like probably like 14 certs at this point, so I notice a lot of the stuff that I study, I notice using them in jobs a lot of the time, but it's because I have like so many certs, if that makes sense. So if you get like Security Plus and you go and work in a SOC, maybe you'll use like 20% of it or something. It just depends on like what you're doing, because it's good to, I'm not trying to say that the stuff is useless in the cert, but it's like you get like a lot of fundamental like knowledge for stuff that you build on top of with your job. So for example, if you go through Security Plus and you learn a bunch of like those Security Plus basics or whatever, a lot of like other more specific stuff will make sense because you understand like the fundamentals of whatever you learned, if that makes sense. Like all those like network protocols and stuff, and you learn like the basics of like asymmetric encryption and versus symmetric encryption and block cipher versus stream cipher, and like all this like random stuff that you learn in Security Plus. It just helps you to like understand your job better. It's not like you're going to be like using like I'm doing whatever block cipher at work or like something like this. It's not like that. It's like you do the cert and you get like a fundamental understanding, and then it's much easier for you to like understand stuff on top of that, if that makes sense. A lot of at least some percentage of it is going to be like useless or whatever, but I think usually the cert is good to have it, and it's good to have those like fundamental knowledge even if you don't use it all the time, if that makes sense. And I don't think you should go out and get like 14 or 15 certs like I did or something. Just take the cert and have in mind that like you're not going to like install a bollard in a parking lot or whatever just because you went through Security Plus, but at least you know what it is and you understand the basics of like physical security and like all of those things. So it's not useless. It'll come in handy, but I would say like in terms of like usage, it's quite low. It's like 20% or something like this. But yeah, hope this helps. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments, or if you have something to add, like absolutely put it in the comments so other people can learn from your experience. But yeah, hope this helps, and we will see you in the next video.